What cue do you want, Donnie? What should I count you down like iCarly?
Just tell me when you're carding, and then we can crop
do it like Freddy.
You ready? In
And play
5,
the whole song.
4, 3, 2.
Once upon a time, there was only man. There wasn't an only man. But anyway, there was a young, youthful child, a galaxy far, far away, known as New England. He was sitting there in his room. Naboo was under an attack, and he's on his Google Nexus 7 tablet, messaging some random guy from the internet we had met through his famous YouTube channel. And from that, I said, hey, man, my friend is very into your content. He would like to meet you. So then he says, yo, let me make a group chat. And so we make the group chat with me, my friend Klein, who's not in this universe currently, or in the current Oi universe, but he's still there in spirit. And he makes a group chat and says Oi, and then I say Oi, and then Klein says Oi, and then this guy says Oi, and then I named the group chat Oi, and thus Oi was born. Welcome to Oi Podcast, Gene. The lore.
You gotta say welcome to Podcast 13 to get it cut out.
Oh fuck.
You had to restart the entire thing now. It all cut out.
No, just say that again. I'll
It
edit it.
didn't cut out.
Oi Podcast, episode 13. The lore.
Max will edit it. We know he won't.
No,
but
I
we'll
will.
say
I will
he
this time. I will this
Oh, you
time.
will this time?
No,
Nice.
but now I don't want to because
He's
you're
not
making this
going to.
joke.
No, I think it's still good at that. I think we gotta leave it uncut.
No. This is raw, uncut Oi right here.
Yeah.
Wow, uncut.
If
The
you
only
guys
person
say
uncut
anything
here is
else-
Lucas.
We're non-Jewish.
What?
What?
Oh, Max, not funny. You can't
I
joke
said
about
we're
that.
uncircumcised.
What did you say?
I said the
Oh,
only person
no.
uncut here is Lucas.
Oh, at the same time, this is
That's
also
guys. This is the first episode of the lore. First of all, you know it now.
The deepest part of
You
the
can't
lore.
get angry at me because Max brought it up. All right, so
Is that Andreas? No,
That's
it's
what
not,
I-
because it's not loud enough.
Hold on. I can make it louder.
You idiot! You failed at your
Max is
one
trying to
job.
Emulate Andreas currently. There we go.
There we go.
okay. So
All right.
Special guest
So hey guys,
appearance.
welcome to the lore. This episode that I've been hyping up, that's probably going to be really underwhelming. But
Extremely.
that's what girls tell me
so
all the
when
time.
I make a joke about being underwhelming, it's bad, and now you can't. Yeah, stealing my
Well,
content.
no. But Donnie's allowed to be underwhelming. 'cause
Yeah,
it's
I am the
funny.
most underwhelming person you'll ever meet.
That you
You
know.
I
know,
really
he always talks to ladies on Tinder, and he's like, "Yo, I'm the hottest shit." And then they go to meet him, and they see him like hobbling up, and he's like, "Hold on, my fucking leg hurts." And he looks like he hasn't shaved in like 3 months.
I haven't
He looks like he was
shaved
left on an
months,
island with
okay?
Tom Hanks for a few months, for a few years rather.
Yeah,
I
it
do
looks like
not
he
look
ate
like
Tom
a
Hanks.
volleyball.
Wilson!
I mean, the volleyball has legs just about as
Can
useful
that
as
be a
yours.
canon oi art piece? Is me as a volleyball?
I'm drawing you as a volleyball.
Right
Thank
now.
you, Lucas.
Right
now,
now.
Not mid
No,
podcast.
not right now.
This is important.
This is important.
All right. So where are we starting with the lore? Who meets who? The lore is the origin story of Oi. By
Well,
the way.
if we want to
That
start
was
from the
crazy.
beginning, then it's you and Andy meeting in elementary
so
school.
No, it was
Yeah, so-
kindergarten. Was before that.
It was like, so Andy and I, our moms worked at the same elementary school, and like we met as small children.
You're
due to
lying.
That.
You guys don't have moms.
You're
You're
right.
right.
Like, he-
I was born from stem cells from a dog.
Okay.
okay, furry. And Andy, okay,
No,
that's the
I'm
deepest
not
part
furry
of
if
it.
I'm actually a dog, you idiot.
Nope. Dude, I call my dog a furry all the time, and he cries at night.
Well, that's just because he's your dog.
I don't own a male dog, and both my dogs are girls.
Anyway.
Yeah, so I met Andy way back in the day, and then Andy and I met Sam in kindergarten. And so I've been in school with Andy for freaking, what grade are we in? 14th grade or something like that? Yeah, that.
Yeah, you sound retarded when you say that.
15th
you're a-
grade, because kindergarten.
No, but 12th grade would be high school.
Yeah,
12th grade,
Beach.
and then freshman year of college is 13th, and then 14 is.
Yeah, so don't say
14th.
it's not 15th then. I would just say 14th.
15.
I wouldn't even
15
say
years.
that.
Yeah,
I
no,
would
I
just say
wouldn't. I
second
wouldn't
year of
say
college.
That. Yeah.
I'm
Like,
making a joke.
Especially if you're a
obviously.
grad student. Someone's like, oh, what grade are you? Oh, I'm grade 27 and a half.
I have 12 master's degrees.
Yeah.
I met
So, yeah.
Alex shortly after that. Well, I met him in kindergarten, but I wasn't friends with him. I became friends with him in like 2nd grade. Because I would go over to his house, and then he showed me Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, and we would just play that and kill people for hours on end. And then his parents would come home and be like, "What are you doing? Why are you playing such violent video games? You're like 7." And I'm like, "It's fucking fun. That's why." And they're like, "All right, cool."
And you said the F word at
yeah,
age 7.
Yeah, and he said the F word at age
You
7.
said the fuck word.
Yeah, no, we were absolutely swearing up a storm, even at that
Were
age.
you actually?
Yeah, absolutely.
I
Especially,
can.
especially playing San Andreas.
Oh, I can see that.
I can see
mean,
both
I
of you
tried not
together.
to until I was in at least like 4th grade. Then I started saying crap, and I didn't.
So
get
you were a real man.
When I stopped until like middle school.
No, I remember I was in 1st grade and some 2nd grader called me an asshole, and I was like, "Oh, so we can swear now? All right, cool. Fuck off." it was a good moment. for me.
Ah,
You
fuck your
instigated.
mom. Ah!
I didn't instigate
Alright.
shit. He came up to me on the playground. And he was like, "You're a
He
fucking asshole."
instigated.
And I
I
was like,
meant
"What
it.
are
You were
saying?"
saying that like, oh, so you
Oh, yeah.
instigated.
Yeah.
That means I'm going to. This is
Yeah.
protect. So who's next then?
Well, then,
And
let's
then-
see. I met Max in 3rd grade.
I'm the
Yeah.
latest, so I'll go like later.
Yeah, so I met Max in 3rd grade, and because our parents knew each other, but we went to different elementary schools.
Correct.
And so Max periodically just showed up at my house like people do at my house. It's kind of weird, but it happens.
And I used to ride dirt bikes at the farm. That was fun
Yeah.
because
Used
my
to ride
dad
up and
would
down my giant
drag
ass
myself
driveway.
there.
But yeah, and so
That's how I
then
knew
when I got-
Donny.
Yeah, and so then when we got to middle school, that's when it was the melting pot because it was me and Andy and Sam, and then there was the Max and the Alec, and then Lucas was up.
Showed up. I jumped over the border and I said, "Hey, I didn't do that. Please cut that out. That's not funny. Don't actually cut it out."
Like,
Okay,
so what?
what's up?
We had a class
So-
together 8th grade. Yeah.
We had a class together 8th grade.
Yeah.
We had social studies. I remember. You and I would sit next to each other, and there was and we
Yeah.
just made little jokes and every once in a while. That was it. I did track and field 8th grade. Then I met Noah, and did you do track and field in middle school?
Oh
I
wait, no,
forget.
we skipped over. Hold on.
Wait. Oh shit.
Hold
wait,
on 1
okay,
second.
sorry.
The reason why me and Donnie and Andy actually became friends was because we were all in band.
Dude.
Band.
Oh yeah.
Band in
forget it.
middle
How the
school.
fuck do you
And
not
I was
say
gonna
that?
say
were
because
th-
Max and I, well, I don't know. I was gonna say we really got close in drumline.
We're all a
Probably.
bunch of band
Oh
nerds,
yeah,
and it was-
for sure. But like in like 7th grade, no, we got closer in high school.
Yeah,
but
and-
we
yeah,
were
and-
good
yeah,
friends
but-
obviously in middle school because I
'Cause
heard
we
them
had to
talking
put up
about
with the 11 other drummers.
yeah, because I had to they were talking about Minecraft one day and I was like, "Y'all talking about Minecraft?" And they were like, "Yeah."
Because you were like 2 seats down from me too, and we knew each other, and we switched seats with people, so you and I sat next to each other.
Yeah. And then so no, that was 8th grade when we sat next to each other. 7th grade I was only a drummer. I didn't play bass yet.
That's right.
Yeah. He sat up to the right of the drum set, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're talking about Minecraft. So then I remember writing down one of your Skype names in my notebook and then going home and figuring out how the fuck Skype worked again because I never used it before then, and then I added you guys on Skype.
Yeah.
And then we played Minecraft.
Minecraft.
And the rest is history.
Then I met Max in social studies 8th grade, and I met Noah a little more in 8th grade. We kind of knew.
We knew who each other were. I could point to them and go, that guy, that right there, he jumped a fence.
Yes, I already made the joke. Thank you. We only get one.
I'm saying, no, I knew who you were. I didn't know you.
just knew of each other and we got along. And then going in
High school happened.
and then you and I were like, oh hey, we're in homeroom together. That's neat. And
We're the only two freshmen in our homeroom, so
Yeah.
we sat next to each other, next to two seniors.
next to 2 seniors, and they became my best friends. And I have the wind-up toy from one of them still. It's not in my dorm, but it's back home, and I need to bring.
Yeah. And so then over the years, I got to know Lucas, and we showed each other funny internet pictures, and it was great.
Yeah. So yeah, back and forth, me and Noah sent each other funny internet pictures, and then what was it? So oh yeah, you explained how. Did you explain the creation of like the different group chats?
So like, well, it was a group chat created, sophomore year of high school between me, Andreas, and Klein. Andreas is the mystery man from the internet. Andreas is a YouTuber who remains anonymous. We can't disclose that information. Oh shit!
No,
he's
I'm
How to
kidding.
Basic. You're right.
Give it
God
away.
damn it! Gave it away. Andreas is how to basic, guys. Anyway, so yeah, and then our friend Klein, who we probably mentioned once or twice, was actually it was Klein and Andreas were the 3 original members of Oi, and then I was like, hey, our other 2 close friends at the time were Max and Andy, and so I added Max and Andy.
No,
and it was
you added
us.
Andy, and then one
Well,
day
and-
in the library, you guys were talking about the group chat, and I was like, "What the hell is this?" And you were like, "Oh, dude, I should add you," and then you added me right then.
Yeah,
But,
and so
see, I also have to. I gotta point this out now. The reason we didn't add Lucas first is because Andreas gets a little scared of like Mexican people.
That's not why.
Yeah, it's true.
So no, shut up, Max. It's a joke.
we're trying to make How to Basic a racist person.
Yeah, come
How
on.
Basic isn't real.
So Andreas was like, "Yo, he's got to be careful with them wallies, then wall jumpers." So
No,
Wall-E.
definitely
Slowly-
wasn't that.
Wall-E.
No,
Yeah,
he just-
Pixar's hit movie Wall-E, where Wall-E
I
jumps
didn't
over
like
the
that
bird.
movie.
It was
It was
alright.
a
I
good
liked it when I was
movie.
younger.
I didn't like it. It was boring.
Anyways,
well, because you don't have any taste.
no,
You're right.
but yeah,
I don't have taste buds.
I wasn't in it
Oh.
for the longest time. Just,
Yeah,
I just didn't know them that well.
No, but I think the reason Lucas got added was because Andy, Max, and I were all in a group chat called
There's a-
Band Officers
there's a
Club.
band,
Oh
yeah,
we
my
were
god.
Band officers in high school. And then we made another one called Real Band Officers Club, which was basically just all the band officers, and then we started sending memes.
shitposting.
Yeah, it was shit posting.
Yeah, it's basically everyone but I want to say the
band director.
Yeah,
And a
the
couple
band
other
director
people, right?
made a group chat with all of us in it, and then we were like, "Oh, this could be fun." So we made our own without her and just started sending dumb memes, and
bet.
everybody
And
started
then-
leaving because it was so annoying. But we kept adding them
And then we
back.
started adding random people, and I added Lucas to it. I was like, Lucas, you need to hit that meme nuke
Yeah,
button.
and then
And Lucas
Funny
just
internet
started
pictures
making memes.
and the cactus
then-
sticker.
We were
the
probably
balloon
in
one.
Skype or something, and you guys were like, "Yo, why don't we just add this man?"
Well,
And I
no,
was
it's
like,
because
"Fuck it."
that group chat like was dying so hard, and like the only
Yeah.
people that were talking were the people in Oi, Lucas, and
Plus
then
Lucas.
Yeah,
that was
Andreas
pretty much it.
sometimes, and then it'd
Like-
be a handful of other people.
yeah. But so we realized like, hey, we're literally just laughing about jokes or like memes that Lucas is sending in this chat in
I'm
Oi.
funny.
Why don't we just
Yeah.
add him to Oi and stop using that other group chat? So that's what we did.
Yeah, and that's what we did. And
We
then
used it,
I think it was
7
around that
times
period
after.
where Oi got pretty active, and we like Klein was like, "There's too many notifications. I'm leaving Oi," and then he left Oi and has never been seen again.
For like 3 months where we'd try adding him and he would
Yeah.
immediately leave. Like he had like I swear to God, he had a time he had some like notification like you've been added or something. Like even if it
Yeah.
was muted or something, something like you've been added, oh god, I gotta leave immediately. Like it'd
Um,
be within like at least 7 seconds every single time. he'd
It was
leave.
really
Like,
close.
Still.
Yeah.
Less than a
and
minute.
so rest in peace, Klein.
Rest in peace, Klein.
But anyway, and then let's see. I think I added Alex next because Alex made a Facebook.
yeah, he did.
As soon as Alex
so-
made a Facebook, we added him.
And then Sam finally started, like, he had a Facebook account, he just didn't use it. And then one day he just messages me, he goes, "I'm using Facebook again, add me to Oi." And so I'm
Oh,
like,
yeah.
okay.
But it's funny because if anyone else asks, we're like, no.
Yeah.
So then
Yeah, we've had a lot
the
like
way-
No,
low-
there was the brief period of time that my friend Finn was in it.
Oh, that's
yeah.
right.
Finn.
Finn
Our
was
friend
in it.
Finn from
Finn.
Vermont.
He
God, I
was
forgot about
with that
Finn.
stupid creamies.
I love that kid, but he got busy, and so we removed him. Whatever. And then we did trial periods of other people, and they just didn't pan out.
I think it's funny that so many people asked to be in it when they were first hearing about it. Like once
Yeah.
Lucas was added to it, like I remember Logan messaging me and being like,
Yeah,
"What
She
do I
still
need to
asks
do?"
me occasionally. She goes, "Can I be an Oi?" And I go, "No, it's a feminist hate group or something
We-
like that."
We
Every
should,
time
like,
she
look-
asks, I just tell her like, "No, you don't want to be an Oi."
Yeah,
Listen,
no one
That's what
wants
I
to
tell
be an
people
Oi.
too.
we should
Like-
add it for
like,
3
I remember.
It's not a
No,
good
we're a
thing. It's
feminist
not a
hate
badge
group.
of honor. It's a very bad
no.
thing.
All right, if
It's
we're gonna do
over.
anything,
I don't know. You get to be in a
no,
pretty
if we do
jank
anything,
podcast.
we add her and we send like 1,000 like super bad memes and then
We
remove
send
her.
it. That's what I'm talking about. We like add it for like 3 seconds, and we make it look
She
like we've been
checks
talking
Facebook
about.
like what? She goes on Facebook Messenger like once a week too.
What we do is we go on there and we like just act like we're genuinely talking about anti-Semitic stuff. or something.
Imagine spending a week away from Oi and how many notifications you would have. Gross.
Yeah, no.
I
That's
know how
why-
many I would have.
Just from me.
Remember when I flew overseas?
Oh yeah, yeah.
My plane landed after like 8 hours of me not having internet. I open it up and it's like 250 messages. I'm like, holy fuck you losers.
Yeah,
So-
and if I get nervous when my dad's like, "Hey, no, you want to go up to our cabin middle of the..."
Yeah.
And I'm like, "There's no internet access up there. I'm gonna come back and my phone's gonna implode because of Oi notifications."
So yeah,
No,
I-
literally, I'll miss all the edgy Andreas 4chan boards.
Yeah, I remember, but through that group chat, Andreas kind of liked me, and it was like, "Do you guys come into a consensus?" And then Andreas like saying, "Hey, we should add him," and then you added me, and then I just slowly kind of met everyone else. Sam, we had in our homeroom, and we just did like other sports. and
Yeah,
everything
Sam
with him, so I
transferred
kinda-
into our homeroom somehow.
Yeah, oh, yeah, that
Such
was
a
it. That's right, yeah.
meme.
That's why we didn't think of him being in our homeroom that much. I met Alex because I had study hall with him in what was it, junior year, and I think we both had a mutual. Alex and I have a very similar sense of humor where it's literally just sounds coming out of our mouth and video game donkey references and references to like 3 other videos, and that's it.
So Alex has a very infectious sense of humor. Though.
It's very good.
I know. Half the time I laugh with him and I don't even know what the fuck he's saying.
Yeah,
but
it's
it's-
so infectious.
I do the same thing to Lucas. Like Lucas come up and I'd be like, Pino poo poo, and I'll start laughing.
That's
I'm
what
like,
it
it's so stupid.
You know how many times I've joined this Discord and I'll go peanut or I'm gonna say the N-word, like the meme thing, like the
Like
meme
that,
thing,
or
not
laughing
actually.
over it for no reason.
It's
Yeah.
like the thing with me is I have a charm of when I overuse jokes because I'm being self-aware and I understand they're not funny. It's not a kind of thing where I overuse jokes because it's the only thing I have. It's where I go peanut and then I end up going peanut and then I go and then it just gets progressively worse and worse. And it's like someone keeps beating my head every time I leave.
And then when people laugh at you, you go, "Don't laugh at that. That's not good. Please stop."
I do because it
It's not
is.
funny.
But yeah, I met
Why are
Alex
you
through
laughing?
that. I met Sam a little bit through that. I just kind of, I don't know. I never knew Finn, but like, it's not like I need you. Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, so I'd use Skype for a little bit because
Yeah.
you guys before Discord was a thing. I
Yeah.
remember that.
I haven't opened up Skype, and it's been over a year now because I
okay.
had to
It
help
has-
my friend set up a printer.
So you know what I'm surprised about? I'm surprised I actually got us to switch over to Skype or to Discord.
I'm really glad you
Because
did that.
the
I'm
only
not.
reason we actually used Discord, or we did at the time we switched the time we did, is because Skype stopped working for Klein and I just couldn't join voice chats. And I
Yeah.
tried to find another service, and I was like, "Hey, Donnie, try Mumble," and he's like,
Well, I
Yeah,
always
Mumble
said,
remember-
didn't-
I always
Mumble
said
I didn't like
TeamSpeak would be a
Mumble.
good idea.
"Yeah," and I wanted to
said
do
Mumble or
TeamSpeak.
something, but we needed to run a server, and then Discord came along, and I remember like
Yeah,
getting
I sent
on
you guys
Skype.
a link.
I remember getting on Skype and being like, "Oh, like are we like playing games or whatever?" And you were like, "Oh, like join Discord," and I was like, "I don't know what that is." So then you guys had to
linked him.
link
Yeah,
me
yeah, I
the
sent you
thing,
that
and I had
link.
to
I was-
like get an explanation of what the hell it is.
I was very confused for the longest time of how it even worked. Like clicking the thing and that meant, oh, you're in the chat. Like I was just used to like calling like over like with
Yeah,
Skype.
exactly.
And
I mean,
stuff.
you can do that with Discord now, which is
Yeah,
nice.
Yeah,
but
well-
like still.
And I remember at the time when we had Oi, I was thinking we were talking about getting like extra laptops to join a Skype call to just sit there so the call would constantly be going so we could just join it whenever.
Yeah.
But then Discord came out, so it doesn't really matter anymore.
What else is there to discuss? I'm
I'm
trying
trying
to
to think.
Well,
what are
back
the
when we
o-
used Skype, it would always be someone would just send a dot,
Yeah,
and then if
we would
someone
always send a dot,
and
then
if someone
would
else
reply with
sent a dot, then you'd press the call button, and then you two would start a call, and then other people would
remember-
see the call is going on and
Well-
join in.
Well, yeah, but that's the thing too. Is originally back in the day, is we didn't even have a registered Oi group on Skype.
Oh, because we kept. I remember we
never
kept
did.
Like we had to make new ones all the time because
Yeah,
our
we
other ones
just-
would like break.
No, we did
from
at
being
the
too
end. We had
long.
like an actual Oi one.
I don't
Yeah, I
remember
think
that
with
at
the
all.
one I joined, then yeah. That's what
I
No, I
remember
remember that. Well, because that's why we switched to Discord because that one call I couldn't join the call on that one voice chat, but I could join other calls for some reason.
Everyone
Yeah, we
always
did
sounded
that.
like
Broken.
everyone always sounded like they were JPEGing all the time. If that makes sense. It
Basically
was just
were.
kind of like it was just I don't know.
Yeah, that would
Well,
happen a
'cause-
lot.
Yeah,
I
because it's
think-
based on the host's connection. And stuff.
Yeah.
Whereas Discord's on
Oh,
the internet,
yeah.
and it's great because you know what the internet's for.
Porn?
Oh,
Yeah, buddy.
Not on Tumblr.
Oh man.
Ooh,
We're
saucy.
going to
topic.
Newgrounds. We're going to Newgrounds.
Remember, guys, porn is
4chan,
a-
boys, come on.
Andy, remember that time we made Chuck play those porn games?
Oh
Me
my
and
god,
fuck-
that was- he played them all too. He
Yeah.
was so happy about it.
Remember that time I typed Phineas and Ferbporn.com in Skype, and it turned it to a link, and it was an
Yeah.
actual website?
Okay,
What?
no,
We talked about this yesterday, Max.
Yeah,
didn't
we did.
This is
No,
genuinely
okay.
part of the lore. Bring this up.
So I
Yeah.
remember we joked about that because stuff like that would happen, and of course I also have to point out that this is not a real site, but Donnie did it for the joke. So Donnie was like, "Haha, what if I typed like childporn.net and it shows up as a link?" And we're all like, "Oh fuck,
We're not
dude,
gonna.
what the hell?"
We can't click
And
that,
we're like-
can we?
And we're like, "Guys, we can't. Guys, what do we do?"
Yeah, like
What the
because it would
fuck?
just come up as links, and I was
Do we
like,
need to report
what?
this to the FBI?
Government.com's gonna find
it-
out, guys.
And so then we realized that you could type a link into Google Link Shortener and see the preview of the page. Do you remember that?
Yeah, and you could see
So-
if it was real or not.
Yes, we could see it was real. So Donnie would like find up like a fucked up like URL and he would type it and he'd be like, "Oh no, it's fine. It's just a park domain."
Yeah, but I remember there was one day at school we were talking about Rule 34, and Chuck goes, "What? No way!" And then Max vividly described something about Phineas and Ferb having sex.
Yeah.
And then that night when we were all playing games together, Max goes, "All right, let's try it out." And so one of us types it in, and then I clicked the link, and I was like, "Max, it's real, it's real."
It was so fucking funny. And like literally the image that I described to Chuck around a lunch table earlier that day was literally on the website. And I had never seen it before in my life, but I was just like, "Oh yeah, you got fucking Perry the Platypus railing the mom or something stupid." And we, we typed that link, we went to it, and we found that exact image. It was so bad.
It was like one of those. It was one of those surreal moments. You're like,
Was
"Am
so
I
funny.
God?"
It was so funny.
heaven?
I think, yeah. Well, I'd seen like stupid stuff like that where people like draw that, just cartoon characters in that way, but I'd never seen like the Phineas and Ferb ones. But I just remember that was so funny.
It was honestly one
Like
of
there
the
are a
best
lot
things
that make sense, but just Phineas and Ferb isn't one of.
Yeah, the website's not real anymore, right?
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
yeah,
I gotta
that's
take it
right.
They're
down.
probably gonna take it down by the
That's
FBI
right.
or
You guys
something.
looked it up, yeah.
I
No,
looked it up like a
Lucas,
year or two ago.
Don't say that,
Oh.
Lucas. That makes us seem like weird people.
Uh,
Come on.
Yeah,
Someone-
come on,
we
guys. I
paid someone
definitely
else
don't
to
watch
look it
Phineas
up.
and Ferb porn. Come on.
Dude, wouldn't
Don't
it be
look at
so
my-
weird if you drew a picture of Isabel, fucking Piggy the Platypus?
Don't
Haha,
click-
guys, wouldn't that be so
Do not click the folder on my computer titled Baljeet.
titled
do it.
not Phineas and Ferb?
This account has been suspended. Either the domain has been overused or the reseller ran out of resources, is what it says. When I look
I'm
at
gonna
What
say
else?
their hard drive ran out of space. They had too much Phineas and Ferb porn.
What,
Yeah, corrupted.
what else do we have to discuss?
I'm trying to think. What are the Oi classics? I mean, a lot of it's funny internet pictures these days.
Okay, well, so there's always a lot of things we always brought up. Like whenever we talk about on the podcast, you'd be like, no, you gotta wait for the lore podcast. But like, what
Yeah.
were the?
I don't know.
That's a good point.
Let's click the pinned messages I have in here. Episode 13, episode 20 is the coughing episode. Max
You
said, "Hey
spoiled
Noah."
Hey
We've got important ones.
Noah.
Oh, so here we go.
Can talk
Here we go.
about some of our
So
association.
Andy said, so I'm looking. Lucas said, "Hey, we gotta start playing what we say during the lore episode. I know it'll be a while, but still." And then Andy types Lucas equals wall jumper, Max equals Jew, Andy equal faggot ass porcelain, Donny equals png.
Yeah, so each of
Yeah, I
us
know.
have a little thing that we give each other shit for, and some of it's real, and some of it's barely real, and some of it isn't real, and we don't care.
Some
So
of it's not
we've-
based in
we-
reality whatsoever.
we-
No, Lucas, it's all real. Don't
It's
lie.
all real.
We know
It's
where you
all
came
real.
from.
Okay, this is all real. So I think we did explain this over like the first few episodes, but yeah,
Probably.
I got Ecuadorian roots. My grandparents are from Quito in Ecuador.
It's a funny
so
way to pronounce Mexican.
That's a funny way.
I knew that
funny
was
way to say Puerto Rican.
That's a funny way to say your grandmother is dead because she died in the Holocaust. Because Max
My
is Jewish.
grandma's still
My
alive.
not
I
funny.
knew you were gonna
No,
say
Max, she's not.
Can't win, Belk.
Can't win, Belk, can't win.
Can't win, Kurt.
That's a classic Andres phrase.
Yeah, so also, going off of that, Andres and I have a funny little thing where Andres brings up the fact that I'm Latino, which then translates into Mexican because that's the only country that speaks Spanish. It's true. You've read the Bible.
It is true.
So there's always a back and forth with that, and recently it's been Andres going, "Can't win, Kirsch, can't win," and I just bring up something that doesn't make any sense and go, "Can't win, Andres, can't win." It's really good. So yeah, I'm that.
Let's see.
Andy is short, so we call
We've
him.
We've
that.
established.
We've established that, but still, we need.
Oh
to
wait, no, but you left out the other part where I'm short.
Yeah. Also, Andy's short.
Andres calls Andy a hobbit and says that Andy lives in the Shire.
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah. Noah is very comfortable with himself, so we always
I am
give him jokes about
metrosexual, as people
these
describe it.
I'm gonna start calling you metrosexual. Thank you.
That's what I refer to myself as these
That's
days.
very
So what
good.
that means is, I'm gay but not.
You're only gay fashionably.
Yeah, I just look gay, and I act gay, but I don't take it in the pooper.
Sam,
Well, yeah, you
not that
take
there's
it in the
anything wrong with
mouth.
it.
Sam is South Korean, so we make jokes about. Is it so? Yeah,
We
one
make-
piece.
Sam is
We-
from
we
South
say-
Korea. He would
Yes,
not be
it's
living
South
in the
Korea.
United States.
I don't know
because
why
of
the
North
fuck
Korea.
I even considered that.
Wait,
yeah.
guys, episode 16, the lore of how Sam escaped.
No, we always say that Kim Jong Un is his dad.
There
Yeah,
it
that
is,
Kim Jong Un cut off his big toe and then
You guys can
regrew
explain
Sam
the rest.
from it.
Um,
Alex is of Chinese descent
Alex is Chin Man.
He owns the best Chinese restaurant in town, dude.
because there's two and one of them sucks.
One of them is really bad.
Hey, don't discount their restaurant.
No, I'm not
No,
discounting it. I'm
it's
just
really
saying they're
bad.
like even if
Comparatively,
China
Yeah,
Chef
comparatively.
weren't as good as it is, it would
It's-
still be better than freaking the other place.
It's like comparing McDonald's to a nice
Burger King.
fresh patty off of Donny's farm. I mean,
Oh,
obviously
yeah, I
Donny's
had
farm is
burgers the
just
other
way
night.
better.
I had some nice burgers the
True.
other night.
Andreas is from Sweden.
He's
No,
European, man.
What?
You can't say that. You might give
That's
it away.
how to
Dude,
basic.
don't dox him.
Yeah, he lives in the entire country.
So 123
Wait,
Skyrim
wait.
Road.
But he also lived in San Francisco.
He
So,
did.
yeah.
Oh, that's a good.
Good
point,
luck,
yeah.
doxers. You gotta find two places.
You
now.
got two houses to look at.
Gotcha.
Oh,
And
but
he
yeah,
visited Rochester once. Oh,
yeah.
Um,
So yeah, Max is what? Your dad grew up Jewish, right, Max?
I grew up half Jewish, yeah.
Yeah. Well, but I'm saying your dad grew up Jewish.
Yeah, he grew up half Jewish.
Oh,
He did
He grew up
Christmas and
half?
stuff. Yeah, he did Christmas and stuff, but he also did Hanukkah.
So you're ordered.
so wait.
I'm barely a Jew at all. It's
Harrison
just-
Ford is a quarter Jew. Like the
wait. So
song
you're
says.
telling me you're more of a
Max's
fraud than
hair-
Lucas, Mac?
I've been telling you this all these years.
Then why does your name say Jukas?
I didn't put
You
that there.
disgust me.
Yeah, sure. Whatever you say, sweet.
Oh wait, can we quickly mention our Oi nicknames in the chat?
So yeah, go ahead.
Oh yeah, the nicknames, Max.
so-
you describe those because I think you're the one who came up with
Yeah, I've
the
been
upside
talking
down.
a lot. You
Oh
go
yeah,
ahead.
so one day, I don't know why, but I was just like, oh, I want to flip my name upside down in Oi, and I did it on Twitter too, and it's still upside down on Twitter. But so we just came up with, I just flipped everybody's names upside down because I thought it was clever. But then we started coming up with stupid nicknames for everybody that have changed over the years, a few times, but they also now have emojis on either side that have nothing to do with like what it actually is.
They
usually.
occasionally do.
No, mine
Yours-
does.
Yours has something to do with something else we got to tell after this.
Yeah.
Mine
Oh
does.
So-
my god.
Mine is they in 3 sets of parentheses because Jewish, and that's a stupid thing that alt-right people say. Sam's is son of Kim Jong-un, and then Donnie's is hipster.
I was
Lu-
faggot for the longest
mine
time.
is
It was
the
big
Lucas's
one.
Lucas's is Trespacito.
Yeah.
It was fence jumper, but then we
It was,
changed
no,
it.
it
For
was.
the longest time, it was sexy
was-
grandma.
It was sexy
Yeah,
grandma.
sexy
We changed
grandma.
it to
upset
fence
it's
jumper,
not anymore.
and then we changed
Sexy
it to Trespacito.
grandma. No, sexy grandma was that. Sorry, I'm gonna inject for that tiny bit. It was sexy grandma because I took one picture of me over Snapchat where I had this one beanie and I folded it over and it looked like a grandma. And then I think like Noah or someone else has changed in the chat. And it was like that for like a year and a half. So that's it. Anyways, keep going.
Andreas
about
is,
Andy,
is dad, which so upside down it says Pep, which is
So
great.
we refer to him as Pep.
Yeah, so we call him Pep sometimes, or we call him Dad sometimes. Alex's is Fungus because it just is. And then
Yeah.
Andy's is white supremacist for reasons I do not know.
Because
No, you do know that story.
I do
yeah,
not.
Andy got called a white supremacist last
Yeah.
year.
Oh,
How
Like,
did
yeah.
you call the white supremacist? Because I made the huge.
Oh yeah, I know. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
Pepe.
All right. No, yeah, you need to tell the Pepe story.
The big Nazi.
Okay.
the Hitler
So
front.
yeah. So I mean, I'll keep the gruesome details out, like when a lot of them. But
Riots and
basically,
shit.
people always post like all over like Reddit and the internet and shit. Whenever they go to college, people do like the sticky note things in their windows. Right?
And you had a
like-
really big window last
and
year.
yeah, and I had a quad which was converted lounge. So basically, the entire outside wall was a window. It's like a 20-foot by like 6-foot window. It was huge. So we're like, we got to cover this thing, right? So we first decided we got sticky notes and wrote "Sukbie," which is like the Russian thing everyone always says in CS:GO. That means bitch
So, like,
fuck.
yeah.
We made it like maybe 3 days. And then some dude came up to our room who worked in housing and was like, cool guy though. He comes up and he's like, so
Good
Hey,
meme, but take it down.
yeah, pretty much. He's like, hey, so I looked up that thing in your window. What does it mean? I was like, yeah, I got no idea what that means. And
ask
then,
ask
obviously-
my Russian
yeah,
roommate.
Well, that's what I said. And I was like, I mean, it doesn't really translate, so I don't really know. He's like, you do know. And I was like, no, yeah, I do. And he's like, what does it say? And I'm like, I mean, it means sukablia. And he says, no, it means bitch fuck. And I was like, oh, okay. And he's like,
That's a good
take
one.
it down. And I was like, all right, fine. So we took it down, and I was like, all right, well, I gotta do something like big, right? I need a meme, like something everyone's gonna know. And I was like, we were talking about it. We're like, we were trying to think like, do we do, shit, what's his name? The fucking
Hitler.
the frog on
He-
the
Oh,
tricycle.
Hitler.
Oh,
Pepe.
that boy.
That boy.
Dat boy, yeah, we're thinking,
Yeah,
about,
oh.
yeah,
Yeah,
like do we do
Klein.
Dat boy or do we do, like something else?
And
And then I was
swastika.
like, boys, Pepe, like the meme, right?
the meme frog.
The meme frog. So I found a pixelated picture, and we're like, oh, it's fucking sick, dude. So we printed it out, and we went to the recycling room on our floor, and we got like probably like 40 cardboard boxes and started cutting them apart, and basically made this sheet that was like 6 feet tall and like
It wasn't
4 and a
6 feet.
half. No, it was. It was bigger than the entire. It was bigger than the actual Pepe, because we
Oh,
traced
okay.
and cut it out.
Okay, I
Yeah,
was like,
so
because
we-
I was
Oh
taller
yeah,
than Pepe.
no, yeah.
Yeah. We made this
Pepe
huge
wasn't
sheet, and then we actually had to put it out in the hallway, and it was as wide as the hallway. And so we I took a ruler, like traced out the outline. We cut it out. We bought duct tape and we like duct taped the entire thing green and then did the eyes and all this shit with like black and white duct tape and shit. It took me like 3 days and I pretty much did like all the work. It was ridiculous. It was like $40 in duct tape because we bought it on campus. Mistake.
Yeah.
We put it up in the window and within like 10 minutes, I saw that shit on like 3 Snapchat stories. Like tons of people were taking pictures.
I
of
saw
it.
people stopping outside the building
Because
all
it
the
was
time.
godly. You
it
could
was
see
outside
it.
you could see it from
like-
the entrance of the building.
Yeah,
So
It's
like
done very
yeah,
well.
I
No,
mean,
but, like it's
see
like,
it, like,
pretty much
halfway
my
across
exact
campus.
dimensions too.
Yeah.
I'm just barely taller than it.
Yeah, it's huge. Like, and it's very clear. And from the distance, it didn't even look like it was pixel art because it was so big and so far away. It was godly.
and this
right?
was the exact same time as some soccer moms on Facebook got mad at Pepe and started saying that white supremacists were using it
This
because
is the time
4chan.
where
Yeah, because of 4chan, basically.
people on
because
the
of
news
this
were
hacker
starting to say
4chan,
it was the
come on.
Grinch.
So like, you know,
Yeah.
but I made it and I was like, you know, it's a meme. It always kind of has been, and I never really at the time, I never really saw it being used for anything else, right? So I was
It was an all-around kind of thing. You'd see it.
Yeah.
Before I saw it be used for like mainstream pages, and it'd be like looking like some like rapper or something. Like it was
Yeah.
just everything.
Yeah,
And
people,
so we had it
people
up
used
that
to
night.
sell rare Pepes on eBay.
yeah,
Andy, you could sell that as a pretty rare Pepe. Not gonna lie.
Honestly,
yeah, it's in
good.
pretty bad shape though. I got kind of destroyed from being on my bedpost the whole year.
It's your-
No, we
in
gotta
your
keep it.
garage.
But yeah,
it's in my
so
garage. But yeah, so it's sitting up in the window, and you know, it's up there for what, maybe 8 hours, and then we go to bed. I hear a knock on my door like 8 a.m. the next morning, and it was not my roommate's knock because it was a harsh knock, and I was like, oh no, I was like, I bet I know what this is. So I open the door, and this guy walks in. He's like, yeah, do you know who I am? And I'm like, yeah, nope. And he's like, yeah, I'm vice president of housing. And I was like, oh shit. And the guy's like, so do you know why I'm here? And I'm like, yeah, I got an idea. Yep. He's like, blah, 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 blah. You have something on your window that's offensive and blah, blah, blah. Me and remember making an argument where like, it's a frog, you fucking retard. Come on. If you use the internet,
Called them
everyone
all.
here knows it is a frog. And we're like, blah, blah, blah. He's like, it's offensive. People have complained. And we're like, the hell? All right. Blah, blah, blah. Guys basically like, look, this is a sign of white supremacy. We can't have you be promoting white supremacy. And we're like, what the fuck? Where did you pull that out of, right?
Literally, 2 of your roommates are from India.
What? That was
The
the
other
thing.
one was
yeah,
from
that's
Russia.
right. And
And
we're
was
like-
half
and we're like-
Indian.
Yeah, we're like, I'm the only white one, and the people that helped me build this aren't even white.
The one of them who is not white is somehow a white supremacist.
Yeah, and I'm like,
you should have like not been in the room. You should like tried sleeping in another room, so one of them has to like answer and they go, "This is white supremacy," and then all of the people who aren't white go, "How?"
What?
but yeah, long story. But that's, I mean, that's what it is.
Yeah, I forgot about that. I forgot that you got called a
Well-
white supremacist because of that.
Well, wait, were you there the other day when I was telling it? I told it to another friend of ours, but how like the roommate that was in there at the time with me was like, because the guy's like, if something's deemed offensive, we have to like take it down. Like we're not allowed to show it. So my roommate looks at the guy and he's like, if I find you offensive, can I take you out? I was like, you need to stop. That's
What an
not
idiot. I love it.
So that's why Andy's nickname is white supremacist.
Yeah, I love that.
And then for the same
you still
reason-
have the Pepe too, which is grand.
Yeah, I know. I know because my parents saw it. My parents thought it was funny as shit. My parents were like, that's fantastic. So we brought it home. And then my dad's like, hey, where do you want to put it? And I'm like, I don't know. And he's like, all right, I'm going to hang it in the garage. So it's hanging on our garage wall next to my mom's car.
It's
so
funny.
That's where it's
Yeah.
living.
And so my name is Faggot for the same reason that everyone calls me a faggot. No, wait, it's hipster now
Yeah,
because
it's
Yeah,
hipster because
I'm confirmed
I was
not gay.
because I was sick of seeing faggot on my phone.
Yeah, no, I'd always like have my phone or at my parents or at school or something. I always like I gotta mute Oi in case Noah sends something. It's
Yeah.
I get sent a.
See, I always forgot that that's what my nickname was.
I always
Yeah, I always
forget-
forget what mine is.
I forgot mine was sexy grandma for the longest time.
And then we got to explain the emojis.
You do have
Okay,
to explain.
so,
Some of them
alright.
Most of the
correlate,
emojis
but
Max's
some of them
are
emoji
lame.
is the best.
Yeah,
so-
mine is the only one we should explain.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so Max fucking hates emojis. Can't stand them.
I don't hate them as much anymore, but yeah.
Yes, Max. I mean, but at the time though, you definitely
Yeah, I
did.
did.
So he can't fucking stand him, and he's Jewish, right? So we're like, what would he hate? Well, obviously Santa Claus, which is a joke because he celebrates Christmas.
This is all Andreas'
yeah. This is all
so-
Andreas.
Yeah, this is
Andreas'
Andreas.
brainchild.
You had to
Yeah,
explain.
yeah, that's
Andreas
Andreas.
inviting like 7 of us.
Yeah, so he put all of us in Oi except for Max in a group chat.
And a bunch of other people
Yeah,
from our
yeah.
high school that he didn't know, but he
Like,
knew that they
kind
were
of
friends
knew.
with us.
They got like Logan. Did he get like Emily something or no? I'm trying to think of who else he got. He got like 3 or
I think
4.
he
other
got
people
Caleb
that-
in there.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah,
think
I
he
don't-
got Caleb.
I don't
All right,
remember how.
release the last name.
I just distinctly remember Logan and then like 3 other people.
blonde curly kid. But yeah, so he's like, hey guys, in like 3 at like this exact time, we're gonna all spam Max with text messages that say masturbate with a bunch of Santa emojis. And then
And
so we did it. And then Max was like driving at the time, so he couldn't see his phone.
Yeah, I was
And so
I
he
was
just-
I didn't have my I was driving through an area in our valley that has no service whatsoever.
oh wait, you mean the whole valley?
Yeah, pretty much. So I wasn't getting any service whatsoever. And I get to where I'm going and I pull out my phone and all of a sudden I'm getting hundreds of text messages loading in all at once. And they all say the same thing and it just says masturbate with
Question
Santa,
mark?
with
Question
Santa
mark?
Claus.
Santa Claus.
so then we made that Max's nickname in Oi. And that's where the emojis came from, because there was one on either end. And so then we added was it 18 and up emoji to Andreas.
yeah.
We added I have eggplants. Lucas says tacos. Sam has rockets. Alex has
Because of Kimmy, obviously.
Alex has noodles because he's Asian. Andy, why do you have spades? Or that's
I
clubs,
think no, it's because like 4chan
Oh yeah, because 4chan.
Oh
and
yeah,
4chan what's I think that's why Andreas did it.
Yeah.
that makes sense.
I'll be honest, I just came up with that on the spot, but I'm pretty sure that's what it
That
is.
honestly makes sense. Yeah,
Yeah.
I never really thought about that. Yeah.
Okay, well, so here's the funny thing about the spam thing. Well, Donnie and I had Android phones, and
So we got text.
we were the
spammers.
only two. So we had a text spamming app. So I told it to send Max 2,000 messages,
Oh
Right?
yeah.
and so Max picks up his phone and shit when he gets back, and he's like, Andy, I have like 1,800 messages from you that aren't loading, and I open my phone, and it says on it, it has Max's contact number and an exclamation point. I'm like, what the hell's this? And I click it, and it's like, you have some messages that couldn't be sent. See how many? And I click the list button, and it takes a minute to load. And then I see 1,800 messages that say masturbate ? It's like, and I try to hit send all, and it's like, oh, we can't batch send more than like 2 at a time. And I'm like, I'm not gonna click through 1,800
Yeah.
of these.
So I got
and it wouldn't let me delete them all either. So until I got a new phone, like last year, I had this huge exclamation point next to Max. And every single time I sent a message to him, it said,
that's
"Hey, do you want to
hilarious.
send these other messages?" And I'm like,
Other
"Fuck off."
1,800 messages.
It's a good thing you don't
Would you
text me
like-
much. We usually use
Yeah.
Messenger.
I
But
was
yeah,
like, oh, he's
everyone
pissing me off.
texted me and like even he got some people in on it that like were very surprising.
Yeah, like people that like you didn't like. They knew me, but they didn't know you.
Yeah, they knew you and they didn't know me, or it was like someone who like I didn't think ever was involved in anything to do with Oi, like Caleb.
Yeah, exactly.
Like he was never in
I think
any
it's
of
'cause
those group
he friended
chats.
Andreas and started messaging Andreas random things in Swedish that he would Google Translate.
Yeah. But so I get a bunch of text messages that all loaded at the same time, even from my girlfriend at the time. And there was just so many and they all loaded and I'm like, what the hell is this?
I forgot she was in it.
Yeah,
Because
she
I
was in on
remember-
it too.
Well, because I remember we add everybody, and we're like, and I remember Andreas is like, if anyone tells Max, like, you're fucking dead.
So
He's
I get
very
all those
serious about it.
I
He
get
was
all the
so
text
excited
messages
about it.
once I get where I'm going. I get all those text messages and then I'm reading, like I open them all. I'm like, what the fuck? And they're still coming in from Andy because he sent me 200. So they're still
2,000.
coming in one after another, and I'm texting Mia as the fucking alarm comes down, and I'm like, why am I getting so many text messages about this? And then she starts sending them too, and I'm like, God damn it!
That was such a
It was
good
such a-
like.
It was a good.
So then I
Jake,
message Oi, and I'm like, what the hell's going on? And they're like, don't worry about it. And then they changed my name in the chat.
I remember.
Andreas
ahead.
has had some good schemes.
I remember. Oh, we should get into another thing about Andres and
I was
schemes,
gonna say
but,
the Minecraft.
you know what I'm. Oh, okay. Well, maybe, but
Oh, that, yeah, that one.
We've
Well,
talked
I was
about
gonna
the
talk about his
round. We've
Facebook
talked about
account
the
that he
round
currently
logs.
uses.
I remember I like text because I said I was in on it, and then I remember you messaged me back because I don't know why I distinctly remember it, but you were like, or like, who is this? And I said, oh, it's Lucas, and then like, oh, I have your number, and then you said new phone who dis, but I remember you butchered it the first time, like, God fuck, wait, no.
Yeah.
Like new this who phone or something.
Andy found it.
this.
Cornflake.
Oh yeah, cornflakes.
Max, I know you don't edit a lot of the videos, but you need to put this image during.
The only reason, because I just kind of stare at my desktop when we do this podcast, and I just opened a browser real quick for no reason because I was fidgeting, and I clicked Reddit, and I was like the top link, and I was like, oh my.
You need to
Fuck.
find the one with the article title. So
Oh,
what we're
like how
describing right
millennial
now,
memes don't make
yeah,
sense.
what we're describing right now is an image of a lanky ass like monster thing
A
eating a
cryptid.
bowl of cornflake, or like it almost looks like spaghetti.
It looks like
Yeah.
spaghetti.
He's eating a bowl of spaghetti, and it says cornflake in the bottom. And I found this
C-O-R-
image for the first time because it had the caption of millennial humor doesn't make any fucking sense. It's just surreal images with no context. And then it had that image, and I laughed harder than I ever laughed at an internet meme.
We all died at it.
We
It was so
all
funny.
died. That's what it
Cornflake
was.
like is also spelled CORNNFLAEK.
There are a lot of us just going.
It's like, yeah, it's like
cornflake.
cornflake.
When it's 3 a.m. and I wake up with an empty tum tum, is the caption to it. So yeah, Andreas's other schemes. So he's hopped through various Facebook accounts because he hates Facebook.
Oh, we're gonna talk about that. Okay, I was gonna talk about
Um,
the Bible stuff. But...
Oh, that too.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Andreas used to randomly send us Bible verses.
We're at
Well,
45 minutes, boys. Just so you know.
All right, well then I'll say this one really
This
quick.
is a special episode.
We had a whole thing where we'd say Jesus Christ knows you by name. You shall know him by the book. I think Max got very upset at it once, and then Andres screenshot him saying it, and then we just all gotta. There's a lot of it where it's just Max getting shit for no reason except for
Because
Andres.
everything Max says is really good to take out of context.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
pretty. Yeah, I say stuff in Oi, and then I go, ah, fuck.
And we only take you out of context because we
There's-
know you'll be like, oh shit, this is
There's a
accurate."
lot of stuff in the rest of us.
because
out of
Max gets
context.
really mad about stuff like that really easily. So we'll take a picture of Max saying like his like autocorrect won't work, and it'll accidentally say like I hate Jews, and we'll like take it out of context and paste it. And he'd be like, no, shut up, asshole! I didn't even say that.
Anyway, Andreas's current Facebook account is a Hispanic guy. It didn't used to be. It used to be a hot girl, and if you just make a profile picture of a hot girl, thousands of third world country people will friend you.
No, it's not. Oh, but it is Hispanic.
And yeah, and then he changed it to some Hispanic guy, and then friended a bunch of Hispanic people, and now he just sends us
no.
memes of just Hispanic crackheads.
Yeah, he has, like,
profile picture is
2,000
not
friends.
Hispanic person anymore. It's Deshaun.
It's Andy's roommate.
Yeah, but what we did was we put it through a what was it? We have
A
a bot
Discord
on
bot.
Discord that will edit images. So we put it through the one that makes them female and put on makeup like 30 times, and it just looked like he was like a burn victim
Yeah.
almost. It was really we used that.
It doesn't. It's not in this section, Max. You
Damn
have to
it.
put it in general.
Go ahead and put in the image destruction.
We
But
gotta
yeah,
try to
there was
destroy
that.
But all right, guys, finishing off Donny's album of the week. We're gonna go with a classic meme of Jeff Goldblum and the Mildred Schnitzer Orchestra's debut album, The Capitol Studio Sessions. Great.
Hey,
lots
wait,
of Jeff-
wait,
Waiting.
Do you know it comes out in 2 days?
Fucking hill climber, baby.
New Wolf.
New Volk.
Smash
So
also.
excited. But anyway, so that's going to be next week's album of the week. Spoiler alert. But yeah, the Capitol Studio Sessions by by Jeff Goldblum and the Mildred Schnitzer Orchestra. If you didn't know, jazz pianist, pretty good. Does a lot of like
jazz standards and stuff, and it's just got that like Jeff Goldblum charm because it's live stuff. So you hear him like talking and interacting with people.
And I really
And it's
want him to
lovely.
play Donald Fagen in a Steely Dan biopic.
Yeah, I'll get the Coen brothers on that.
Yeah.
We'll explain that later. Anyway,
Next
that's been the lore. It's the most depressing album ever or episode ever.
We didn't. I don't think we got nearly as much as we wanted because it was. We didn't think. We just kind of been saying, and then we realized, oh, we actually have to keep up with.
Yeah, but we're here now, and we got it out. And now you guys know why Oi exists.
Oi.
Why are we still here?
And I
Boy.
explained why the podcast
to
exists
suffer.
already, so it's fine.
Yeah, that was the first episode.
Yeah.
So remember, everybody, have a nice night.
I
Or
love
or
you.
daytime.
You want to give us some words of wisdom, Donnie? Like you
Oh,
do
like
when
I
you
do
leave
every night when I
Discord?
leave Discord? Oh, shit, what's tonight's advice? Remember, guys, plug your toaster in before dropping it into the bathtub so that way you can
No.
tell if it works.
Yeah,
No,
Max.
No.
you're not in the bathtub, Max.
Yeah,
New
Max,
You're not in the
You're just
bathtub.
testing to see if it'll cook your bread properly.
Nope.
Yeah, you just want to
New
see
one.
if it
You
works.
silly
Nope,
goose.
new one. Redo.
Okay.
Dear pesky plumbers, the Koopalings and I have taken over the Mushroom Kingdom. Remember, kids, all toasters toast toast.